This is a small excerpt of the entire Contact Report 429 translation. An important message for the listener of this document. We, Dyson, Devine, and Vivienne Legg of www.guyguys.net have been given permission by Billy Meyer, www.figu.org, to make these unofficial, preliminary translations of FIGU material. Please be advised that our translations may contain errors.
On Tuesday, the 25th of July, it will come to pass in Lebanon that the Israeli Air Force will bomb a UN post, whereby UN soldiers stationed there will be killed. This criminal act will be secretly planned and carried out with full intention, which will, however, be denied by the Israeli government and the military forces. The attack on the UN post will therefore result because the Israeli government and their military force do not want to accept any UN troops who also keep a close eye on them, the Israelis, and the criminal machinations with the conduct of war in Lebanon and in the Gaza Strip. Israel sets itself above all human rights and agreement in regard to a supervised conduct of war, and grins maliciously in the face of the entire world which, aside from big and useless words, undertakes nothing to stop the Israelis, as well as, however, Hezbollah, and their supporters and helpers, and to prepare an end to the criminal murder and destruction. For the Israelis, the great criminal proponents and supporters are primarily the US American government, next to the European governments and all those who are of the same attitude as these. On the other side, with Hezbollah, it is especially the governments of Iran and Syria, as well as their fellow travelers, and the Al-Qaeda terror organization, some Hezbollah-friendly Arabic countries and some special groupings.
It is really unbelievable. Everything that any criminal of Israel can execute, who exercises his bloody trade in the government and in the military positions. However, as long as the world is silent over it, also in regard to the terror machinations of Hamas and Hezbollah, it will become calm in the Near East even less, as it will also not in the Middle East. Especially as long as the US Americans do not end their bloody terror down there and disappear, also out of Afghanistan and all other countries where they have settled in, there will never be peace, rather only further murder as well as torture, rape, terror and destruction. It has shown itself already for a long time that there, where the US Americans, in the form of their government and military, rape open with their great snout, all evil of the world comes about. Aside from that, it must be said that it is not surprising if Israel, with its war politics, murder politics and criminal politics, sits in the nettles more and more and produces more and more enemies worldwide in the Islamic world and in their circle of friends. It must thereby actually be the Islamic world, and not the Arabic world that is spoken of, because, since the Arabic people are Islamic, the Islamic believers worldwide feel attacked when criminals and degenerates act against the Arabic countries and their populations. What will be murderously, criminally and irresponsibly plotted through Israel there, for war on Hezbollah and Hamas in the Gaza Strip and in Lebanon, is a very dangerous situation and can, where possible, lead to a widespread conflagration through which quite especially Israel can properly fall on its snout. That, quite especially then, if the Islamic world suddenly openly unites against Israel and razes it to the ground, as it has been brought to expression in various prophecies since ancient times. If the enemies, Israel and the Arabic countries, and therewith also the Islamic believers and Jewish believers worldwide, as well as their followers, do not change their behavior and deeds towards one another and do not dissolve their reciprocal hate and their murderous deeds and behavior, for the benefit of a peaceful coexistence, and indeed in a foreseeable time, then the prophecies actually can still be fulfilled. Yet how does it go regarding this? In Jerusalem, the few still living people will wade in ankle-deep human blood.
You tell the truth with pointed words.